Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today I have to show you a 100 piston extender. Here it is. So as you see, just to prove it's 100, the first piston here, you see my Z coordinate is 100 on this piston. And then if we go to the last piston, it is 0. And if you guys can do subtraction, 100 minus 0 is 100. So that means that's 100 pistons. And now I'm just going to show you extending and retracting. So here's the extension. It's going to take a minute for the pulse to reach all the way over here. So normally pistons can only push 12 blocks, which is the problem that I had to face with the extension. So what I did is I just put multiple pulses through it, so that way it can push 12 blocks in periods like that. So you see there's these chunks of pistons coming through. And now, as you guys see, it's fully extended. So yes, I did just make the last piston extend. It just makes it so much easier, and I think it still counts. And then if we want it to retract, we just have to go over here, flick the lever again, wait for the redstone to power off, and then load the chunk like this. So now it's retracting, and I have to be loading the chunk with the lever, otherwise it will not fully load in. And now as you see, the minecart's coming back, which will pause the retraction for a minute. And then once the minecart finishes doing that, the pulse will start going out again, and then it will start retracting once more. A bit slower than last time, but and as you see, we're back to the chunk, the huge chunk over here, and it's just going through the pulses to get to it being fully retracted, right? And there you go, now it's fully retracted. And before you do this again, you have to wait for all of these to stop blinking. But it'll just do that over time. So now I'm going to show you how it retracts using the algorithm. So here we are, so I can explain the retracting algorithm, right? So the extension is pretty simple. You just fire one after the other every 2 ticks, like this. As you see, it extends. And then we flick the lever again, and we can start the retraction process. So back here, you might be wondering what this is. This is the algorithm. So this row right here is step 1. This is step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7, step 8, step 9, and step 10. So there's 10 steps that it has to go through. So as you see, this is step 1 right here. So that means all we gotta do is this one, extend and retract. Step 2 is this one and this one. Not that. Boom. And they could go at the same time. Step 3 is this one and this one. So it's gonna be this one, this one. Step 4 is this one, and this one. So it's gonna be boom, boom, boom. And I just broke something. And then step 5 is gonna be this one, and this one. So it's gonna be boom, boom, and boom. Like that. Step 6 is gonna be this one, and this one. So this, and this. Like that. Step 7 is going to be this one and this one. So only 2 this time. Just like that. And then step 8 is going to be this one and this one. So this and this. Boom, just like that. Step 9 is going to be this one. And then step 10, finally, is going to be this one. So that's the same algorithm that the 100 piston extender uses. And I have a small version, a 12 piston extender version of this, so you can just see it happen again to see if you can see the algorithm. So that's the extension, right? See if you can see the algorithm doing. And then it obviously does this weird pause thing. And boom. So that's the algorithm for the retraction, right? So how I made the retraction system is, if you can look at the extension again, basically we have one that it just, so they just start going over like this every 2 ticks is another step, and then they just shift back 1 this way, and as you see, this one shifts back to here and a new one starts. This one shifts back to here and a new one starts. This one, a new one starts and shifts back to here, and this one shifts back to here, and this one shifts back to here, and so on, right? So it's like, that's what it does with the hoppers. So as you see, the hoppers are all facing this way, going this way with my texture pack. And the hopper minecart goes along and drops a glass block every 2. So like one, it would be 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, everywhere that there's redstone dust next to it. And then the repeaters lock, and then they unlock every 2 ticks, which then starts the process of the retraction. And then eventually all the blocks get fed back into the hopper minecart. And this is 101 blocks, because you need 1 more than the amount of pistons you have. And it's all red with comparators. So then this over here, they just go down and into this, which then shoots them up back into the minecart. And then over here is the falling edge monostable circuit. So a torch, then a sticky piston, then a redstone block. Or not a redstone block, a observer. And then it goes into here, where it's a pulse extender that both activates the power rail to send off the minecart and to lock the hoppers with these redstones. And then, of course, I have the same retraction thing. And then over here, so for me to properly load this in I turn my render distance and my simulation distance all the way up. So my render distance is currently at 10 and my simulation distance is at 8. That's the highest I can go on my device. And then over here is right in the middle. As you see, I'm in line with the block. And I have a chunk border texture pack, so if I just turn it on real quick, you will see that this is loading all of these chunks. So if I go from here, because the chunk I'm going to be in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's loading all these chunks because my simulation distance is at 8. So it's loading all those 7. And then if I go from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's loading all the chunks. And now I can turn that off because it's annoying. And basically, it just does that. And this is the lever, and I stay near the lever so it can load the entire thing. And it sends a pulse over to here, where it then does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pulses. And then go through and make sure it's fully extended. And then they just go through and carry along this repeater circuit that they're all on 2 ticks all the way until it's done. And then also, when I power this block, it powers both the extension circuit and this line that goes to the falling edge monostable circuit to start the retraction, and also goes to this line that then extends the very last piston. And that's basically how my 100 piston extender works. This is in Bedrock edition. I think this would work fine in Java edition, although there's a bunch better designs for Java edition. And I also believe this is second to the world record in Bedrock edition of 200 piston extender by Oakley Pause. I will show that video on screen. And yeah, that's all I really have for today. See you guys in the next one. That boy out.